Hey nerds, how we doing? Welcome back. I know it's been a hot minute since we've done one of these, and apologies for being absent in general lately. It's my real busy time of the year. I had hoped to have some content queued up to have going through this period, but alas it was not to be. So you'll have to bear with me. But yeah, Fan First Friday, so you know what that means. Victory! Transformers victory! Victory! Transformers victory! So, Saber, huh? Getting a little JG1 with it. I'm sold, I'm a fan. I don't know if any of you have clocked it before, but I got Masterpiece Saber sitting up there, and I got G1 Saber sitting up there. Those, the three Japanese G1 series, I'm a huge fan. I can remember kind of finishing high school and getting back into Transformers again in a big way since, being a little kid. I can remember it was still kind of not quite the final form of the internet we know today. So, you know what I mean? It wasn't as easy as it is now. Being a nerd in the early 2000s, nerd culture was not popular culture at that point. And so I can remember finding out there was 3 seasons of Japanese G1. Not only had I never seen, I'd never even heard of them. They came out in these DVD box sets, and I got those, and I can remember disc in. For those younger members of the audience, movies used to come on discs, and you had to watch it. You had to put a disc into a machine, and who cares? Watching Victory, just seeing Saber bowling through this western town, and then oh my god, westerns are my favorite genre. I'm a big Wild West dude, and to see Transformers and Wild West and just anime, it was so many things I love coming together all at once. And for that reason, just for so many more, Saber has since that point been one of my all-time favorite characters. I had heard the rumors were I had heard all the rumors about him potentially being a Commander class figure, and then we got more rumors about him being a HasLab figure, and they turned out to be correct. So that wasn't a huge surprise that we were getting Saber in some iteration. What was quite a surprise was when they also showed Victory Leo. So you can do the whole Victory Saber, my best friend's me boots now combination dealio. And that's sick too, because when Ginrai becomes, if you haven't watched, I don't want to spoil it, but if you don't know about Victory, there is more to Victory Leo than meets the eye. Oh, that was an accidental Transformers pun. Oh, we have fun, don't we? We have fun. So they bring him out, we have a look, he's awesome, I was excited. I am hoping that a lot of you are excited because we need them backers to get this one done, son. Looking at the photos, excited, having a look afterwards. For the price point and for who they're pushing it out to, I know they said there was extra articulation and that sort of stuff, and he's gonna have a butterfly, which is pretty dope for some sword action. But just when it's little Saber, into the jet, in the promo images they were flashing up, if you have a look at his wrist, there's a little section in his wrist where you can see straight through to that swirling nebula background. And that's not cool. That's not cool at all. Put a cover on it, right? At this price point, knowing that it's this isn't for mass retail. Random little kidlets aren't gonna get their hands on this. Only maladjusted man-children like myself who are gonna be getting this. And if Hasbro has learned nothing else, they should know that for a lot of people, that's a deal breaker. They may potentially at this point just be relying on the aftermarket to do space fillers for everything, but you shouldn't have to, right? Shouldn't have to. Another less kind of minor quibble potentially is when they said what the backing incentives were, and they showed us the first one, and it was the big main gun of Victory Leo. And so for that to potentially not be something that we just get with it, Like, that's an egregious error on par with none of the Studio Series 86 Dinobots coming with their swords and instead coming with lame-o little sidekicks that don't super make sense for them to be hanging out with. Like, give him that gun. What is that? What is that to you, Hasbro? Like 40 cents worth of plastic? Chuck it in there. What are you doing? Ugh. Just, ugh. It'd be like if, like, you know, at 14,000 you get Star Saber's sword. It's done. Put it in there. Rude. It does as well, like, I think we all thought it the second we saw it, that it's just like a dumbed down version of the Masterpiece figure in a Generations aesthetic, which I am totally cool with, because as dope as like those Masterpiece figures are now that they all are trying to go for supreme cartoon accuracy, I don't mind having more surface detail. I think that almost makes them somehow, like, maybe not look more like the cartoon, but it makes them feel more like the cartoon. The size-wise, like when we got to see him next to Hound, it seems like he's going to scale really well too, which is fantastic, because if you watch the anime, when he is all Star Sabered up, he is ginormous. So that'll be sick. I think he'll be shorter than Jetfire, but like, you know, taller than other people. He's just going to look great in any collection. It does also make me think, wouldn't it be awesome if now that we're potentially getting Star Saber, if like the next Commander class figure, or even if they did a good leader version of Deathsaurus, it'd be so dope. I'd say to have the whole breast force gimmick, they probably need to make him a Commander class figure. But even if after Star Saber, if the next HasLab release was them trying to do like Leo Kaiser properly, I'm all about it. The more Japanese G1 we can get in the mix, the better as far as I'm concerned. And I'm honestly surprised it hasn't happened sooner, given that like the Takara market is a pretty sizable market. Thank you all for watching. What did we think of the proceedings? Who's gonna back it? I for one, bang, already have. Smash that button. Like, I'm hoping you will smash the like and subscribe button. But honestly, hit me up in the comments below. I want to get into it with people. What did you like? What didn't you like? I want to know. I do, however, find myself wondering what the other backing incentives are going to be. Like, wouldn't it be cool if it was a slightly remolded, slightly repurposed couple of, like, Headmaster figures to give us, like, you know, like, I don't know, Cab and Minerva and stuff? Is that who hung out with him? Or did they hang out with Ginrai? Who hung out with Star Saber? Was it Hawk who adopted that kid? Man, I'm getting my G1 Japan confused. Brainmasters, so that was Road Caesar. And I think Star Saber adopted a kid, didn't he? Or was that Metal Hawk?